New developments in the showdown between the Republican-controlled statehouse and Governor Ron DeSantis over efforts to curb illegal immigration.
Wink News brought you updates as state lawmakers defied the governor by gaveling out of a special session he called and holding their own session to craft an immigration bill different than the one DeSantis proposed. This week, the governor held roundtables throughout Florida, including here in Fort Myers, blasting their legislation as weak and insulting to voters. Wink News anchor Claire Galt sat down with the state representative from Cape Coral today who wanted to set the record straight.
The governor has said that this bill, the Trump Act, is insulting to the people you represent. He said this is not what people elected you to do. What's your response to that?
We had an opportunity to vote on the most conservative illegal immigration policy in the country. I actually think it's wrong. It is my duty to vote for that bill. We coordinated with the White House so we can help coordinate and be a good partner to Trump's administration.
So you think essentially the state doesn't need to be deporting people because now that President Trump is in office, they're going to handle that anyway?
You have to look at it from this aspect, right? So if Florida started to deport people, right, we don't have the authority to coordinate with a foreign country. So instead of trying to focus on an effort that may or may not work, we're going to put our resources in our local law enforcement, Cape PD, Fort Myers PD, Lee County, Charlotte, Collier County, the boots on the ground where the rubber meets the road. We're going to support them, ensure that they have all the tools necessary to be able to combat this problem and coordinate with the federal government. That's what we're doing.
Why give the power to the agriculture secretary?
I love Governor DeSantis. He's done a great job. But we don't know who's going to be governor in 2 years. We don't know who's going to be governor in 4 years. We don't know where we're going to be. So if the governor, whoever's there, gets to just appoint a bureaucrat in charge of it, we don't know. When it's housed in the Commissioner of Agriculture, we get to vote them in and out. It's up to the people.
Is there a path forward here? Where do we go from here?
Absolutely, there is 100% a path forward. And I think the path forward is the Speaker, the Senate President, and the Governor to sit down and, for whatever reason, let's negotiate a product.
Do you think that will happen?
I hope it happens.
Gia Lombardo mentioned the bill lawmakers passed would give immigration enforcement power to the state agriculture secretary instead of the governor. Governor DeSantis says he will veto it. Gia Lombardo also told Claire the main reason they called their own special session was because DeSantis had several issues he wanted them to tackle, including referendum reform and condo fees. They wanted to focus solely on immigration. Tonight at 5, why Gia Lombardo says solving the stalemate is as simple as picking up the phone.